Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today, we're going to talk about that stimulus package. We're going to give an update. You know how we do it here. Is it really an update? Well, you're going to have to find out. And welcome to Foci Optics. Check. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And once again, you can see we're on the Stop Struggling Now YouTube channel page. And I want to thank you for being here, and please share the video to help other people. And as always, have to recognize the join button over here, as YouTube was kind enough to give us a membership button early with only 5,000 subscribers. We are now over 7,000 subscribers, so I want to thank everybody that's subscribed and support the channel. And I appreciate those who are supporting the channel by joining as a member. Thank you. Now, without further ado, you know how I feel about this. In case you are new to the channel, this unemployment, the stimulus bill, it's a joke. I hope you're not sitting around figuring out how you're going to get stimulus money, because any money you receive from the government isn't going to be enough to pay your way for the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Somebody has to pay for this stimulus money. Who do you think it's going to be? The rich people who don't pay their fair share of taxes? The poor people who don't have money and don't have to pay taxes when they're below a certain threshold? So therefore it has to be on the backs of the middle class. Sure, there are some upper class that do pay taxes. But when you have businesses, as I have shown you before, you have more deductions than a person who earns their money on a W-2. So, I'm not going to play with that nonsense, as you guys know, because the stimulus money, stimulus packages have nothing to do with you. You need to monetize yourself. Remember that. And by the way, this little chart right here, I want to show you guys something on this screen. See this right here? Job loss. Middle class. This is the job loss numbers. If people don't think it matters the color of your skin, you can see right here. Black, 24%. Hispanic, 20%. Asian, 19%. Notice everybody's 19, 20, 24. White, 11%. 11% of the population. They make up 70% of the population. So when you start taking out a quarter or a fifth of almost everybody else, the minority population, of course, you might think it's no big deal if you're 70% of the population. That you would know 1/4, 1/5 of the minority population is out of a job due to COVID-19. This is America. These groups make up America. They're American citizens. When you guys gonna get this? This is called United States of America. This ain't United States, a separated United States of America, although a lot of people act like it. So if you're thinking that this stimulus money is gonna matter, you better think again. You better get your YouTube channel. You better get your Instagram channel. You better get your TikTok channel. You better get your Facebook pages or groups. You better get a website. You better get your LinkedIn profile. I've been talking about this now for over a year. And we're going to talk about how we're making money. Right now, many people are thinking about the stock market, because that is what you see on the news most of the time, and you have a president who talks about it, who has no control over it, in fact. You guys are not understanding what's going on here. So I'm going to give something else out to you before we get into this stimulus situation. Did you guys know that in May, April, initially, there was 42 million people on unemployment? 42 million. Stimulus package 1 comes out. They give $600 unemployment claim benefit up until July 31st. So a lot of people are making more money than they get paid. $10 an hour, $12 an hour, and all them guys, they're loving life. Why go back to work? But again, who's going to be paying for all this, ladies and gentlemen? Taxes have to go up sometime. Now, here we go. Since March, nearly 63 million people have asked for jobless benefits. 63 million. And guess what? Not all 63 million is actually going to get unemployment benefits. Beyond all that, how many people cannot file for unemployment? There are self-employed people who may not be able to file for unemployment. So there's really more than 63 million people. And roughly 1 million people a week. You can see this chart I have down here. This is since July. That's 1.3 million for 1308. That's 1.4 million. Another 1.4 million. So it was 63 million from mid-March up until, I can't tell what the date is on this, but we'll get to it in a second. But mid-March, and we'll just call it, I'll call it up until now. So therefore everybody can feel good. All right? We'll call it October. It's 63 million people. Well, ladies and gentlemen, will somebody please explain to me, if I'm negative 63 million, how is it that a United States government can go, hey, you know what? We just added 1.5 million to the new jobs growth. Aren't we still negative 63? And then we go plus 1.5. Doesn't that mean we're now negative 61.5? And we still aren't counting the people who cannot get unemployment. And out of all them people, they didn't get unemployment. They filed, but their state ran out of money. Meanwhile, you're sitting around here going, where's my unemployment? Where's my stimulus check? One frickin' check, $1,200 that you got 5 months to 6 months ago. You're waiting for another one? Like that's going to save your ass. The only person that's going to save your ass in America, like a third world country, you better get your behind to work figuring out what your skills are, what you can learn, and what you're going to need to learn in order to survive. That's what you should be doing. Because the only way you can grow is you have to learn. And there's nothing wrong with learning. There's nothing wrong with education. You need to be smart. Because you have to be smarter than the average bear if you live in a capitalist society. Otherwise, you're at the mercy of who you work for. And who you work for dictates how far you can go. Because if they never want to give you a raise, you ain't getting a raise. If they never want to promote you, you're not getting promoted. So again, some of y'all right now are thinking, what is Eric talking about this for when we came here for this stimulus package update? Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't gotten the message yet, there is no stimulus package update coming. This is the stimulus package update telling you to get your behind started to monetize yourself. This is disgusting that I'm hearing the government talk about, well, you know, we got 2 million new jobs this week or month. And I'm sitting there like, wait, aren't we negative like 60 million people plus? And aren't we still getting like 800,000 new claims every week? So how are we what are you talking about? What kind of mathematics is this? No wonder America is in debt trillions of dollars with this kind of math. Our grandkids and great-grandkids are going to be paying for this debt if this crap keeps up. And you want to contribute to it? Here we go. The necessary evil. The stimulus package. I just wanted to illustrate something here because the people are pathetically ill-informed. The second corona, this is what I call the third stimulus package, because the first one we all know about, the CARES Act. Then there was another little baby one that was like 600 billion, 500 billion. Those first two were basically trying to help companies because why? As you now know from my previous video, the top 10% of the wealthiest in the United States own 92% of the stock market. That's where that money all went to. Now, May 15th, the House, which is majority Democrat, voted for a $3 trillion coronavirus relief bill, and that included your $1,200 stimulus money. That included $600 unemployment claims to be extended until 2021, and a myriad of other things because states need money for the unemployment benefits. People want to make sure that they have health care, and no problem with that because of coronavirus. What part of this aren't you getting? May 15th. Yeah, I'm raising my voice today because all this nonsense about a stimulus bill update that some of these YouTubers keep running every freaking day doesn't mean a hill of beans. Because if the House passed this in May 13th, if I'm not mistaken, the calendar says it's October. That's 5 months ago. And it's been in the hands of the Senate from May. What happened? August comes around, August 1st, right? August 1st comes around before the Senate, when the 600 unemployment expires, no stimulus money in sight, no help for the states, no help for social welfare departments, no help for anybody. And the Senate decides in August to start looking at some sort of coronavirus bill. August. Meanwhile, we got people doing updates every day. Why are you paying attention to updates? I hope you're not. You should be paying attention to how you're going to be able to live if this thing ever gets under control, because apparently the powers that be, they're not really caring about if this coronavirus is under control. They're more worried about how they're going to siphon off more wealth from the lower and middle class to the upper class. That's why this bill, May 15th, and went to the Senate. They sat on it because they've been sitting around for 3-4 months trying to figure out how they're going to siphon off another $500 billion or $1 trillion that they can put in the hands of the top 10%ers, free money, and act like they're investing. Tell me something. If you got $5 million or $20 million, tax-free, do you think you'll have a problem investing? Come on, stop playing. All right, here's McConnell now. This is October 3rd. Let's fast forward. October 3rd. Here he is. Because 3 lawmakers tested positive because of that little gathering with Amy Coney Barrett, he wants to delay the Senate return until October 19th, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if he's going to make it happen, but if he's saying it, you know how he is. It'll probably happen. So here we go, another 2 weeks. And again, we're going to have people dropping these updates on stimulus bill. Please tell me how there's going to be an update when nobody's at home. Come on, man. Now, what have we been talking about the last, 6 months? We've been talking about preparation during this coronavirus and how do we take advantage of it, right? And it's been through stocks. It's been we've even talked about gold, silver, precious metals. We've talked about monetizing yourself. Now, here we are with the largest epidemic in like 100 years. And again, this here is today, October 5th. And once again today, Senate pausing action until October 19th may be a thing. So again, I implore you, do not pay any attention to any stimulus package. Just look at it as if money comes your way, it's bonus money. In the meantime, you need to either have a job or you need to figure out how you're going to make money during this pandemic and for your future. Because if there's 63 million jobs gone and counting, somebody better start thinking that means some businesses are closed, which also means you can probably guess half of those 63 million will never be able to go back to the job that no longer exists. So where are they going to get a job when there is no job growth in America? Unless you're talking about somehow magically there's 1.5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 million jobs all of a sudden coming out of the woodworks. Come on, man. Stop the nonsense. So once again, we are in a pandemic. We have healthcare issues. Which market segment do you think, if you had money that you could afford to put into the stock market, where would you put that money? Wouldn't you think healthcare? Because it seems like a no-brainer. A government that doesn't care about coronavirus, doesn't that mean more people are going to get sick? Doesn't that mean there's going to be more specialty drugs coming out? Doesn't that mean you should be hooking up with like the Pfizers and Johnsons and Johnsons of the world? Wouldn't that kind of mean that Gilead Sciences? Here's Teladoc. You can see what's happened over the last 1 month. 192 to 224. You can see that. How about Livongo, Health Inc.? You can see that. Look at that. 123 up to 142. And like I said, if you guys miss live streams, Curtis Davis told people about this 3 months ago when it was under $100 a share. Yeah, that's right. 3 months ago, ladies and gentlemen. It was around 90 some dollars, 80 some dollars, something like that. Yeah, it was around there. July 13th, it was 97. It was under 100 when we did a live stream and Curtis Davis gave us this gem. All right. There's Amwell, AMWL, that just came out under an IPO. And hold on, let me go to that since I didn't already sign it up for you. Look here. Where were they at? They're an IPO. So they started at 23. Look, in less than September 17th, in less than 1 month. 33% on your money. AMWL for everybody on podcast. And what else is going to happen? Because now there's going to be Zooms, there's going to be the drop boxes, there's going to be all this other infrastructure that you're going to have to use your phone. Speed is going to matter, right? Home speed's going to matter. Cell phone speed's going to matter. So what do we got? 5G. Wouldn't that make sense? Why not? 5G. Nokia's on here. Nvidia's expensive. Nokia's not expensive. Qualcomm, not expensive. T-Mobile, not expensive. Ericsson, not expensive. So you, once again, American Tower, not expensive. You have every chance right now to cash in. This is why when you have extra streams of income, you can put down your extra $50, $100, $300, $500, $700 on some shares of stock and be right there with the top 10 percenters. And these are growing. You think that 5G is going to somehow disappear? And no, it's a growing infrastructure. You're not on 5G right now, most of you. It's a growing infrastructure. This is like 1985 all over again, when it was CDMA, the original phones, and the rest of the world was on something else. So our infrastructure in USA was behind the times. CDMA, then we switched over. Now we're switching again to 5G. That infrastructure has to be done. So 5G, whoever puts up the towers, that's good. Whoever's going to have the phones, that's good. Services, suppliers, and all that for 5G, that's good, because hundreds of millions of people are going to have 5G around the world. Sports. Let's talk about DraftKings. Sports is trying to come back, and look here, DraftKings in September, a month ago, was only $40 a share. Now it's $60. That's an increase, substantially, 63% on your money. Now, none of these give you dividends that I mentioned today, but that's fine. Sometimes you go with an upside. But again, sports betting is a thing The COVID has kind of put a hamper on things. This is why DraftKings dropped, Penn Nationals down there, MGM, all these, Harrah's Entertainment, all these are stocks that you can invest in for the future. Sports betting is huge. The more deals they have, the more valuable they're going to become. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to come out with this pseudo stimulus package update. Just so you know, you don't have to worry about that stimulus package update. You should be worrying about, hey, where am I going to start making extra money at? What am I going to have to do for my family, for myself? And since there's an internet, and as long as you can get free internet, you can go to the library if you need to. You can go to a friend's house if you need to. Hell, McDonald's has free Wi-Fi. Krispy Kreme has free Wi-Fi. Wawa gas stations have free Wi-Fi. All you need is some sort of way to get on the internet. And these days, that's easier than ever. Almost everyone should have a device in America. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. With all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. This is why I have to bring the real. Because if you're sitting around one of these people who think that it's a thing, such a thing as we're waiting on our stimulus check or that stimulus, whatever it's doing, so we can get our money, so our business can get some money, or whoever you think you should be getting money from, the only person you should be think that you're getting money from is yourself. That's it. Monetize yourself. Be a free agent. Because now more than ever, you have to be a free agent. If you're not trying to climb the money ladder, then you're going to be left behind in all phases. If you're not trying to invest in something, whether it's yourself, whether it's in real estate, whether it's in stocks and bonds, whether it's in gold and silver, whether it's in anything that you can monetize. Hell, baseball cards are a thing. Picking up free stuff from Craigslist is a thing, and putting it on eBay or Craigslist to resell it is a thing. Buying liquidation sales is a thing. Going to get pallets full of it, liquidators.com, is a thing. There's more ways to make money in America than most people think about, because most people are worried about education, getting a good job, working 8 to 5, getting their W-2 check, having 20-25% taken out. They're good. But what happens when that earned income is gone? That can happen now in America. You have to be prepared. And with all that said, keep your head up, keep moving, and I'm out.